Welcome, everyone, to Phone-a-Friend Friday. The only Friday where we phone friends. Let's call up our friend Careless Rex, shall we? Shall we?
Hello?
Hello.
There's that handsome son of a bitch that I know. What's up, Rex? How you doing?
It's going good. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How's your stream?
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. And I just finished dinner now, so I'm feeling extra good. I'm feeling extra motivated to be phoned by a friend.
Oh, good. What'd you have for lunch? Oh, what'd you have for dinner? Like, paint the picture. Give us the details.
Yeah,
here.
I will. Okay, so recently I've been wanting to eat more healthy. So for dinner today, I decided to make pizza rolls and eat those and say, forget about eating healthy. I just want something quick and convenient.
Yeah. That's what I do mostly for lunch. I go downstairs and I look at the tub of that like mixed greens that you always get for $5 that you just end up throwing away. And I'm like, I could make a salad, or I could make homemade macaroni and cheese right now. And it always wins every time.
It does, unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. What do you mean, unfortunately? Fortunately. It's good on the taste buds.
No, unfortunately, because you gotta, I don't know. You gotta eat healthy, right?
Yeah. So I'm told.
That's what the doctor says.
So I'm told. You know what? What is science if not proven facts that will make your life better?
Yeah.
Really.
I was. What do we need that stuff for? We don't need any objective facts.
As I drop dead live on Twitch right now
from a
heart attack.
Yeah, gotta call it an ambulance quick. 911. Greg's dying of a heart attack.
Oh, it's fine.
I'm not gonna believe you. I'm not gonna believe you if you really do. You're the booster Greg that cried wolf.
That is true. It's true. And then I'll just be a cautionary tale, like that one guy who died playing. What was it? It was like EverQuest or something. There's one guy.
Oh my god! I'm gonna look that up.
It was one of those, or maybe it was WoW. It was something.
Died. It was one. It had to be one of those, right?
Yeah. It was like he just couldn't pry himself away, so he just dropped dead and no one noticed.
I think I remember that.
Yeah.
Of course, all of those games.
Yes.
There's got to be at least one person that's died.
Well, like
playing those games.
MMOs were like the rap music of the video game world after like Mortal Kombat was not going to be touched. I feel like there's so many documentaries that were just like, don't play World of Warcraft. You will die. You'll lose your life. And they treated it like a drug addiction. And I was like,
yeah, like it's leprosy.
Yeah.
Like you can't touch you'll contract leprosy and your arms will fall off.
It's like
your wife will leave you. You'll live in your mom's basement.
There was something. It was like one thing. It might have been on YouTube that I watched. It was from the mother, or was commissioned by the mother of someone who apparently like lost all of their social existence from from World of Warcraft. So I was watching it and I was just like thinking, like, at some point he runs out of money, and when he runs out of money he can't play World of Warcraft anymore. There's an end point here, and it's not death.
There is. And also, let's take into consideration that it's not WoW's fault that these people did those things.
That's true.
They're
just supplying a service.
That being said, Blizzard can kiss my ass.
Yeah. I'm still not very happy with Blizzard right now either.
Yeah, I don't want to get into the weeds, but
yeah. But I mean, like I have like so many games on my Blizzard client right now. I haven't uninstalled the client yet, but like, to be fair, it's very easy for me not to play a Blizzard game because I'm tired of all of them anyways. So I feel like
It
kind of
just
guilty.
conveniently lines up for you.
Yeah, I'm just like, well, all right, we're boycotting Blizzard, no problem.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's going to take minimal effort for me.
Yeah.
I don't, I played Hearthstone for a little bit.
Yeah.
I played WoW for very little bit. And I haven't played either of those games in like years. So when I heard all about that, I was like, I mean, I guess I won't pick up Diablo 2. But then again, if somebody else wants to, I'm not going to fault them for it. Because then I had this weird thought too of like, so yeah, I don't want to support Blizzard, but I do want to support the devs that were, a lot of them were likely victims of that environment.
That's true.
And a lot of them put their heart and soul into the games, I'm sure. I'm sure at least one of them took it very seriously and was like, I really want to make this the best game I can make it.
Yeah.
And they were in hostile working environments. Like, I mean, but like, what do I? what is the morally correct action here?
There isn't. I've learned
isn't, right? Yeah.
Through the. I'm going to say this. I'm going to sound extremely cocky, but I just don't care anymore. Through the mildest of successes that I've attained through just content creation, which is one podcast, which is doing pretty good right now. That there's no pleasing everyone. That you can say something and so one person takes it the wrong way, and true story, and I can't believe I'm still salty about this, you will get 20 paragraph emails in your inbox about it, about how you're the worst human being in the world. And it's just like, oops. What? So like, the moral of the story is there's no right or wrong way. You have to do what aligns with you morally, in my opinion. So like, if it's not playing,
I agree with that.
If it's not playing like Call of Duty, great. If it's not buying Call of Duty, but but you're playing it because you already bought it, that's still money in their pocket that they had already. So like, I don't see any harm in it. It's just like, everyone thinks differently, so just do what you think is best. If you want to support the devs because it's Diablo 2, or if it's a game that you're looking forward to and you've played this game for like countless hours as a kid.
Anybody.
Yeah, absolutely.
I thought, hey, it's cool, but then I'm like, I'm not married to it. I'll just save my cash. But there's other people that absolutely love it. And to be fair, I like watching it more than I like playing it. So there's a part of me is like, sure, I won't support it, but I'll definitely watch the hell out of it.
Oh yeah.
I'll watch the hell out of that.
Yeah.
Freaking love watching people play that game.
Yeah, I tried the this is also another cheating for me. I tried the open beta for Diablo 2 and I didn't like it because it was just too Diablo 2-ish. Like, so here yeah, no,
I have an opinion.
I have hot takes about Diablo. I did not get into Diablo until much later in life, so it doesn't hold the nostalgia for me. So when I play it, I'm treating it like a modern game. The first Diablo I actually played and like got into was Diablo 3. And I will say this, the console version of Diablo 3 is far superior in terms of gameplay. Far superior. Because it's more
blasphemy
in
some circles.
It's more fun.
I mean, I haven't played either of them, so I don't have any horse in this race, but I will say that's surprising to hear that a game like Diablo to me is so like inherently tied to mouse and keyboard that I can't imagine playing it on console.
I'm going to blow your mind right now. The right thumbstick is dodge.
Mm-hmm.
It's a dodge roll mechanic.
Oh.
Game changer. It completely changed my Demon Hunter build, I'll tell you that, because my whole build was just dedicated around leaping around the map as fast as I could. So
you just became like a Demon Hunter.
I was just Spider-Man.
Yeah, You're Spider-Man. Okay.
Jumping around everywhere, being quick. Yeah, I didn't like. I played the game and I beat it. I didn't go as crazy as everyone else did. Like, I got to some of the higher difficulty settings and I was just like, well, I'm aboard. And then my ADD kicked in and I was like, all right, what else am I playing now? Very few games have really grabbed me in terms of like, can't stop myself from playing. And the one that I'll always say was back in 2004 to 2008-ish, which was the hit MMO City of Heroes, which had me by the short hairs.
God, I think my dad played City of Heroes.
Oh, it was so good. For a comic book nerd like me, to have this level of customization where you could practically make whatever superhero or villain that you wanted, and you could spend 3 or 4 hours just in the customization.
What was your favorite superhero character that you made?
The one that I played most, his name was, what the hell was his name? Jack Bayon. We had like this,
okay.
I was Baion. I did a quick Google search, and at that time it said that that was some deity of ice or something. He was a blaster who was main ice, secondary fire. I had a friend from college who played with me who was the same type of character, but he was primary fire, secondary ice. So we kind of complemented each other.
He was the yin to your yang.
Yeah, exactly. So we just ran around just being clowns, just like flying around, shooting ice and fire at bad guys. We made our own super group called the Turks because we're both obsessed with Final Fantasy VII.
Okay.
Yep.
I was like, wait, are you from Turkey or something? Or
No. Just the old Final Fantasy VII connection.
Yeah, I remember those guys.
They were so cool. They had like the cool like school uniform, I want to call it. In hindsight, is kind of what it is. So we mimicked that. Anyways, the reason why he was my favorite is because I figured out like a lot of hot binds or hotkeys. So like I hotkeyed my teleporting power to costume change, so it looked like I teleported into a big ice demon, and that was like the coolest thing I thought in the world in 2004 or 2005.
That's a flavor win.
Yeah.
There.
Yeah.
That's what you strive for. That's the sort of thing that turns heads in MMO, which is hard to do. It's hard to make someone go, wait, what? In an MMO, I always feel like everybody else. Like I'm not special at all. I'm not special in real life. I'm not special in an MMO. I don't care how many times the NPCs just kiss my ass. Like in Final Fantasy 14, they just think you're the greatest person that has ever existed in the history of the universe. And I'm like, I don't feel special. I feel like each and every one of you are lying to me right now.
But I think that's what, like, now that you're mentioning that, I think that's what made City Heroes so special, is because you could take that time and just make your character completely unique. You could actually just make an unoriginal character. Like you could make Wolverine in that game. That was a power set. It was Wolverine. You got the claws and you can make healing factor. You can make the Hulk if you want to. Whenever a Marvel movie came out, there was like hundreds of those characters running around City Heroes. And what was really cool was the community. So you would have like, you'd be doing a mission, you'd be fighting some bad guys, maybe like a giant Cthulhu monster, and then someone in the global chat would just be like, hey, there's a costume contest going on right now, and everyone would drop what they're doing, head to the town square, and just stand there and be judged.
Costume contest.
It was the best thing.
Impromptu costume contest sounds amazing.
And you would get like, it'd be from these players that put way too much time in, and they would just give you like all of these credits so you can buy whatever you wanted. And at a lower level, like you could get real mileage out of that money. So it was just cool. And you got ideas for your costume. You can see what other people are doing, tweak that on your own. It was a great community, and it's just a shame that it's gone. But that was the only one that really got me.
Alas.
Yeah.
I was about to load it up and play it, but it's gone now.
There's a fan server now or something that you can do that had the.
Have you tried that?
I did. I played it for a bit. I stopped because I was afraid that it would blow up my GPU because I don't trust it entirely. There's like a setting where it's like super max settings, and it was like I put it on because I was like, this game's from 2007. Like, I have a 1070 Ti. I could do super max on this game, no problem.
Do whatever I want.
Yeah, I'm a god in this game as far as it's concerned. And I turned it on, and it was like, warning, this might fry your GPU. And I was like, I'll risk it for a minute, but I feel weird now. But it's the same game. It still has its faults. It's still very early to mid 2000s MMO. So a lot of fetch quests, stuff like that. You could wander into a powerful level by accident and just get annihilated. But it was good. It was solid. Anyways. Rex, welcome to Phone-a-Friend Friday. That was our nice little icebreaker intro. Yeah, thank you for taking the time to join us. I'm so happy that you said hi. There's such a list that went on with this, and you were right at the top. But I was like, I don't know. Usually stream on Fridays, I know. So I was like, I don't know. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna ask him, and I'm just gonna see what happens because I had such a blast playing Project Winter with you and KPP and Ryan and all those people.
That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. So I was like, let's just see. So before we get started, why don't you just, go through the whole song and dance and tell people where they can find you and all that good stuff.
Oh, absolutely. My name is Careless Rex. On Twitch, it's careless_Rex. I am still sending threatening emails to them to get that underscore removed.
They're not
But on
gonna do it.
YouTube, yeah, they're not going to do it. No. On YouTube, I'm just Careless Rex. YouTube's been going well. Been posting some really good videos there. I think you guys might like it. What I like to do is find the most obscure, weirdest, creepiest games that I can find, and I play through them, or I make a little analysis video of them, and I do that on Twitch in the evening. So most evenings I'll be doing that. But if I'm doing a day stream, it'll be Minecraft. And you can follow me on either of those things, and also Twitter is just Careless Rex. Pretty much everywhere I'm Careless Rex, but on Twitch it's Careless_Rex.
Yeah, I always get like, not weirded out, but I'm always like, what do I put on the phone graphic? And I was like, I'm just gonna put your Twitch on there for now. That's what it's gonna be.
How dare you?
How dare you? If I had known you felt so passionately about that
so
underscore,
offended.
I would have put in like
You would just
15. It would have been like Careless
15 underscore.
underscore.
It'd be Careless Rex. That's what it would be. I would have been so embarrassed.
It would have been amazing. It would have been absolutely amazing. God damn it! I should have stuck with it. Anyways, we got some bits to go through. I say we have like segments, but it's very loosely formatted. If we spend a million years on one and can't do any of other ones, who cares? It's my goddamn show. I do what I want, and that's how it goes.
I like that attitude.
The first one is icebreaker questions for children because they're the most entertaining. I have a list of questions here that I can ask you. It's going to be all randomly picked between me, yourself, and chat. And when we get into that, you'll know what that means. We got some Would You Rather questions from the Would You Rather generator that we always break, which is amazing. And then we have some hypothetical questions. And if there's time after that, we have the Phone-a-Friend forum where there's a couple questions, and that's bonus round stuff. So we'll see what happens with that.
Sounds good. You got me for as long as you need me.
I am so excited. I'm also playing, what do you call it today? Visage. I'm very nervous about it. So there might be some stalling.
Visage. Oh, yeah, I'll help you procrastinate as long as you need.
It came on Game Pass, and I was just like, oh my god, I should play this for Halloween, but like, god damn, do I not want to play it for Halloween?
Something broke inside of me a few years ago, and I just don't get scared anymore. Like I used to be, like really so easily scared to the point where I was like in high school, like a junior or senior in high school. We watched a scary movie. And that night, I knocked on my parents' door and was like, hey, Mom and Dad, can I sleep in your room? That like I used to be that level.
Yeah, me too.
But I don't know, something broke, and I just don't get scared anymore. Visage sounds like fun, though.
So, like, I don't... Typically, I'm with you if I can fight back in a game. That's the key. If I can fight back, I'm just Rambo most of the time, I feel like.
So you're not afraid of the game itself. You're afraid of not being in control.
Oh, now we're getting real deep.
I'm just kidding around. I'm not gonna give you a psych, and I'm not a psych major or anything. Don't worry.
You're probably not wrong. Those are. So I played the PT trailer, and it was good. It was fine. I just didn't like all the puzzly stuff. It was like too obscure for me. And then I played Resident Evil 7. In the beginning, I was pretty freaked out on, not scared, but kind of freaked out. And then once you get into the groove of it and you get a weapon or two, you're like, oh, this isn't really anything. Like it's fun and it's a little intense, but like it's not scary, right? Resident Evil 8, not scary at all. Although that one, have you played 8 yet?
No, but I don't care about if you.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's one place that kind of just hit the right chords with me. And the game kind of started off too, because when I played that game, Ethan has a daughter who was the same age as my daughter. They were like 6 months, 3 to 6 months old. I don't remember when I played it, but they were like the same exact age as my daughter at that point, my little baby. And then baby gets taken.
Too real.
And yeah. And I was like, oh my God. And then you go into the second mansion you go into, the little basement, and they take away all your weapons. And then right away I'm like, oh no. And you solve little puzzles and you get chased by something that was fairly terrifying. And, you know, I don't like not being able to fight back. I want to at least punch the thing even if it kills me, just let me punch it in the face.
Let me hit it.
Let me hit it. Let me do some damage.
That's interesting. I mean, it doesn't. It seems like kind of. Maybe it's you're using different parts of your brain, because I don't like being chased. Like, nobody really likes that feeling.
Fair.
Right? Because I was playing Metroid Dread, and there's some, you're getting chased by something, and it's like, oh, wait, don't get me. You can't get me. There's like that primal thing that sneaks up on you when you're running away from something.
Yeah.
I think I like games that are creepy. I don't like games that just are so overtly trying to be scary. It just doesn't. I need something subtle. I like set the mood. Buy me some flowers. Tease me a little.
Yeah.
I need to be wined and dined if you're gonna scare me or creep me out. But
that's fair. That's fair, I think. But like, yeah. So Visage is just like a PT style. I think it was heavily influenced by PT. So like, I want to play it just to say I played it. I looked it up. It's not long. It's like maybe 2 streams if I take my time with it. So I was like, all right.
You're not going to have any control in that game.
I know.
You're not going to be able to fight back at all. Are you going to be able to handle it?
I mean, the control is I go into a safe room and I just don't leave. That's my control. You can't get me, game, if I don't leave this room.
Forever. We've all done that.
Yep.
Yeah, like everybody that has played a video game, like that has any modicum of stealth in it, has hidden in somewhere, like an air vent or some hole in the ground or something, and then like, I'm never leaving this spot. I'm perfectly safe here. I'm going to stand here and look out at the monster forever. I'm never leaving.
Yep. That's it. That's all I need to do. Hide in that locker forever, and nothing can get you.
Oh man, it's a good feeling.
Oh yeah. So yeah, that's Halloween for me though, in a nutshell. It's like, let me find the games that'll freak me out, and maybe for the first hour, like when they're setting up the flavor it does, then you figure out the game's rhythm, you figure out what is going on, and then you're like, oh, whatever. Worst case scenario is it just kills me, and then I just respawn. So that like fear gets kind of like sucked out of it a little bit. But anyways. Okay, so here's the first segment, right? You can type. Oh no, I did it wrong. Oh my
God,
okay.
I forgive you.
Oh, thank God. I was so worried.
Oh my God,
that you were just going to be like this.
Oh, I didn't mute. My bad.
So I typed an exclamation mark FAF in the chat, and anyone can do this at any point. There are 5 categories in which to choose from, and I'll put it in our chat for us right here.
Ooh, there's a lot of choices.
There's a lot of choices here.
You spoil your community.
Oh, and there's a hidden one in there too that I don't put on. That's only for me. There's a hidden category.
Oh my God.
Here's what we're gonna do.
Freaking
I want
chat.
I mean, they get nothing but like treats and spoils, and how do they repay me? Verbal abuse in chat. But that's
they make fun of you when you do something stupid in a video game.
It's true, but that's the dynamic that we love. Anyways, Rex, you're gonna pick a 1 through 5 right here. The categories are content, sports ball, education and goals, favorites, or the Randalorian. Disclaimer, I should rename the Randalorian. There are no Star Wars questions in there whatsoever. It is just random, and I put a little flavor, put a little panache on it, if you will.
I like the panache.
The panache.
Very well done. Well, geez, I don't know. I'll just go with that. I'll just
go with content.
Okay, I wasn't sure if I was supposed to keep it secret.
Oh no.
Safe.
No. Yeah, don't worry. Yeah, there's nothing that can't be ruined on here.
You outed me right now that I chose content in front of everybody.
This whole segment,
I wanted to keep it secret.
The whole 20 some odd episodes are all just an illusion. This whole segment is just to out yourself as a horrible individual.
I'm in a coma right now, and you're all trying to wake me up. That's what it is.
That's what it is. That's actually what it is. So we can say the categories. Chat is going to pick a number from the range in which I give them, and that's going to be the question that you get. Okay. And that's how it works. So you picked 1, which is content. Chat, sure. 1 through 22. 1 through 22.
Whoa! 1 through 22. They get so many more numbers than I.
Yes, there's a lot. 17 from Zach. Also, hey Scott, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a while. 17. Can you play any instruments?
I can. Yes, I play the piano.
What? Really?
Yeah, I do.
That's really cool. I wish I could. I can't do it.
It's okay.
No, it's not okay. I failed you. I failed chat. I failed everyone. What songs do you like to play on the piano?
I typically will play whatever it's a dumb answer, but just whatever I'm in the mood for. But if there's a particular song, I like a lot of the classics. I'll play like a few Beatles songs or something and sing along to them. Like Let It Be, or I like your song from just like some of the like hits.
Yeah.
Nothing too, not any deep cuts or anything, but you know.
Yeah.
I'll play things here and there, or I'll write something, but I typically don't have anything recorded other than a stupid song I wrote about not muting my VOD because it was at the time where my VODs kept getting muted, and I was like, look, I wrote this song, so you can't mute it, okay? That was like the gist of the song, because I was getting so pissed off that there was so, I'm like, these are supposed to be royalty-free music. I don't know why my VODs keep getting muted.
Did your song end up getting muted? That'd be really funny.
No, I was hoping, like, there's a part of me that was really hoping it, because that's so much Twitter clout.
Yeah.
I wrote this song and you muted. Oh, I am so wronged. Please, everyone, like and subscribe and follow me on Twitch. That's like, that would have been so great, but they didn't mute it. I tried so hard.
Damn.
I was like, maybe if I make the melody sound kind of like it's Hello from Adele, and then maybe I get...
It's just a medley of every like top 40 song ever. Maybe it'll happen. No, it didn't.
Nope. So didn't, unfortunately.
I have a question as because I don't play any instruments. I can play like 4 chords on a guitar and not quickly.
You play most songs now with that.
Yeah, but I can't play them in order or quickly, so it's just still terrible.
Okay.
But do you find yourself so I'm going to preface this by saying, if I played piano, I've often had this daydream that I would just walk up to my piano or keyboard or whatever and just like play whatever was on my head to absolutely no one, and maybe have like a small drink of like scotch or something. I don't like scotch, but it's just in this daydream, it's that. Do you find yourself like doing that, like just walking up to like your piano or keyboard and just like playing whatever, just like into the nothingness? Or is it just like you just want to like sharpen your skills or keep them sharp?
I typically play for fun. I don't do it for like to. I mean, I should practice more, but I just, if I feel like playing, I'll play. If I don't feel like playing, I won't play. That's kind of how I approach it. If I want to learn a song, I'll just look up the chords. I can figure it out and sing along to it. But that's typically how I do it. It is often into the ether to no one. So I mean, because that's kind of where I'm comfortable with it. But yeah, that does bring me, okay, that brings me to what is it? It's a would you rather, but something in that same vein.
Okay.
Because it's a thought I had. So I was like, if you could sing and play the piano perfectly, right? Mm-hmm. You were given that ability. Mm-hmm. You could just do it, or any instrument of your choice. You could just do it, and you could sing flawlessly. But you could only do it if nobody was around.
And no recording equipment?
No recording equipment. Like,
okay.
The fact of the matter is, like, the only person who would ever hear it is you. You could sing perfectly, you could play perfectly, any instrument or whatever, but only to nobody. Would you still do it? Or not?
Probably.
Yeah. I mean, it sounds like an easy answer, yeah. But for someone like me who already plays, it was like, do I want to give up essentially the progress I've made or any potential future progress?
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you a clarifying question then on this.
Sure.
Do I lose any whatever little musical ability I have now as a trade-off, or is it just I get this like ability to be like a musical genius on one instrument when nobody's around, and like everything else goes back to status quo afterwards.
I mean, to make the question interesting, yeah, I would say you would lose the ability. Like, imagine you're playing like flawlessly, but then as soon as someone walks in, it's ping pong, ping pong, and you're like, baby, you're a fart, right? Like that's the level that you would just instantly devolve into a club-footed baboon trying to play the instrument.
That makes it a little more of a thinking question, I think, for me, because I do enjoy a karaoke.
Oh my God, I love karaoke.
Yeah.
You don't even have to be good at singing to enjoy karaoke with a few friends, but still.
Yeah, but like
It's still, right? It's like
I don't want to lose what I already have just for something that like I'll lose the ability to entertain people with. Or maybe some might say you'll entertain them more if you're worse off at karaoke.
yeah, but in your own head, in your own delusions,
everyone's the best
virtuoso.
karaoke singer in their own head. That's just how it works.
Yeah, everybody should have auditioned for American Idol and would have made it all the way in their own head.
Exactly.
Everybody's that.
Yeah, and that's how it works. That's super interesting though. I mean, I don't know, because I love the idea of just like of my daydream coming true, just sitting down in like a dimly lit room.
Any song instantly can play it perfectly.
Man.
Instantly can sing it perfectly. Anyone, but it's only to yourself.
I would just probably play what was that Celine Dion song? Not the Titanic one. Like her first like big hit. What the hell? It was originally written for Meatloaf.
Celine.
It sounds
Dion,
like
big hit.
I would do anything for love, but I won't do that. It sounds like that.
Where
kind
does my heart beat now?
No, it wasn't that. I'm gonna find this one now. It's gonna bother me. Celine.
Yeah, you have to find it.
Dion songs. It was. Yeah. Oh, it's all coming back to me now. That's what it was.
It's all coming. Okay, what is it?
What is that song? It's just like a ballad.
No. What is it? You said it's coming back to you. What is it? What's the song?
No, that's the name. God damn it!
What's the name of the song? I was doing
doing a bit.
An Abbott and Costello bit. Was that the? Who's on first?
What is on second?
Yeah.
Gotcha. I guess that's just the way it is. Now I'm just looking at Celine Dion songs because I love her, and without her, I don't know if my heart would go on. That's just the power of love.
Okay. Oh my God!
Get me out of here.
Surely you have another one up your sleeve.
Yeah, I do, but we're gonna stop right there because the list goes on.
I wanted to put you on the spot for a bit. Yeah.
She's been singing for 30-something years, so they could go for quite some time. All right, let's move on to the next question. This time, chat is going to pick the category, and you are going to pick the number range in which I give you. So, chat.
I cannot wait.
1
I'm
through
so
5.
excited. Give me a good one, chat. Give me a good one.
Give him the worst one ever. There is no worst
6.
one.
Hang up.
Hang up. Stop this immediately. Number 2 from Danger. Number 2 is the worst one. Sports ball. Just kidding.
Okay.
1 through 20. Go.
4.
Number 4. Have you ever been a part of a sports team?
Well, yes. It was Little League. I didn't mean to shout yes. I was just
You were very
surprised that
excited
I
about
had
Little
an
League,
answer
apparently.
to the sports ball
Yeah.
question. Yeah, I was really young. Like we're talking mid-elementary, I think, and I played like the T-ball, and then I played the regular, where it was like, oh, did the guys, the kids are actually pitching now, and that's what I sounded like when I was a kid.
That's amazing.
So
I wish I sounded like that as a kid.
Yeah. My mom would be like, Rex, you need to go do your homework. I'd be like, oh, but Mom, I didn't even want to do that. And she'd be like, we need to get you speech therapy because I cannot have you talking like that.
What's wrong with how I talk, Mom? God.
What do you mean, Mom? Didn't she if I don't love your only son?
You're supposed to love me no matter how I sound. Come on.
Yeah. She's like, no, I will disown you if you don't straighten up and do your homework, clean your room, and stop talking like that. I did play Little League, yes.
Okay.
And I was not very good at it, but
yeah,
I was decent. I mean, I wasn't the worst. I can't make I can't lie. I'm not going to be like, oh, I was so bad. I have 100 funny stories about how bad at sports ball I am. I was decent. I was a mildly athletic kid. I could get around the bases, do whatever. I could hit the ball. I had some decent hand-eye coordination, but I wasn't having fun. Like, it didn't connect with me in the same way that, like, when I moved into junior high and I was finally an adult and I had the whole world figure out.
Yeah, of course.
I took like a theater class or whatever, and I was like, hey, I really like goofing off with these people and pretending that I'm someone else. And so I connected with that way more, like the arts direction, than I did sports after that.
Yeah. I was probably the worst baseball player imaginable. I did not enjoy it, and my dad figured that out real quick and pulled me out.
Okay, that's good. Well, he was supportive of you being horrible at it.
Not as quickly as I would have liked. I think I still got like a good 2 or 3 years in there, but at one point he was just like, "You're just like doing karate kicks in left field," and I was like, "Yeah, I don't enjoy this. It's like anxiety when you step up to the plate, and it's like, I'm just gonna miss this. I know I'm just gonna miss this. This is gonna suck. Just like, please hit me so I can at least get on a base." Just come on.
Yeah, so I can feel like I'm contributing.
Yeah, so I'm
jump in front
out.
of the balls. I'll take it to the face just so that I can get on base. Okay.
Yeah.
I just want my dad to be proud
I
of me.
just don't want him to ask why I did so poorly, because I'm just not good at this game. I did play hockey
of
though.
Him calling me a failure. Oh, you played hockey.
I played hockey. Yeah.
Tell me all about hockey.
I think it was 9 years. Nine or 10 years.
I'm assuming.
What's that?
Ice, I'm assuming.
Yes. Ice hockey. Okay. We did also rollerblade, because I did grow up in the 90s, so that was like the cool thing to do, right? It was rollerblade, and then it was the bladers versus the boarders. Now, it wasn't that in my town, but Disney Channel would have you think otherwise in that time period.
They would.
Yeah. But yeah, I played hockey for like 9 or 10 years, something like that, and nice. I just like stopped enjoying it towards the end. I really liked it before checking became a thing, and then all of a sudden, like, you could check after like 13 or 14 years old, and the game became much different, and I was just like, I was like this skinny twig. Like, I would just like flop over from a light breeze, and all of a sudden you have these like big huge guys in pads being like looking at me with the puck, and I'm just like
30, and they're from another country, and that this whole exchange student thing is a scam. They're not really. They're fully grown adults, and they're gonna fold you in half.
I felt like Simba in The Lion King with the gazelle herd. Every time I got the puck.
Every time.
It was not great.
I bet you were worried about your dad playing hockey then.
It was, to be honest. Towards the end,
is my uncle gonna kill my dad while I'm down here? I better check up on him.
So like towards the end, my parents were just like, "You skate so fast when they tell you to get off the ice. Do you not like this anymore?" And I was like, "No, I don't like this anymore. It's just a waste of time."
Were you not very vocal I was a pushover.
Absolutely a pushover.
Same.
I just did what I was like kind of told to by my parents, unless I really didn't want to do it. And then I would kind of like, I wouldn't tell them I'm not doing it. I would just not do it. And that was that.
Who needs confrontation? Who needs that?
Not me.
No, thank you.
No, thanks. I'm just
gonna
just
crumple that up and toss it in the waste bin.
It was homework was my biggest thing that I hated doing in school. It was just like my rationale was, I am 8 hours in this goddamn building. Why am I spending more hours outside of this goddamn building doing work that I don't want to do? So I didn't do it. My grades weren't stellar because of it. They weren't the worst though, because I did test very well. But I would just go up in my room and I'd play video games. They would take the video games away. Then I would play Legos. They would take the Legos away. I just got to a point where they just stopped taking things away, because I would just find something else to do.
You'd find some other way.
Exactly.
Listen, everything that we do in life comes down to two reasons.
Yes.
We're either forced to, or we want to do it. And when you're in a virtually free country where you understand that when someone takes something away from you, they're still not forcing you to do your homework, you can find something else to occupy your time. And if you want to do that thing more than you want to do homework, then you're never going to do homework.
Yeah, it's just inevitability at that point. It got to a point. I am still kind of good. I haven't done it in a while, but especially at that point, I was very good at drawing because they couldn't take away a pencil and a piece of paper because I still needed that for homework. So I just drew all day. That's what I did up in like, did you do your homework, son? And I'm like, yeah, sure, whatever. Homework. Yeah. I did it. I did that. And then report cards or whatever would come out. They'd be like, I thought you were doing your homework. You and I both know, Mom and Dad, that there's no homework being done up there.
Let's cut the song and dance, Mom. You know what's going on.
Listen. Oh, that one time I got ballsy when I was in middle school. This is great. They took away my Nintendo 64 and I had Star Fox 64 and I was doing so good on it. They took it away and I was so mad about that. And then they just kept on taking things away. And at one point I was just like, there's nothing they can take away from me now. I'm invincible. So I found out where the Nintendo 64 was and I plugged it back in and I just started playing it. My mom was just like watching me, awestruck with just like the balls that I had in that moment. And she was like, wow, what are you doing? I was like, you can't punish me anymore. I could do whatever I want. And she's like, oh, yeah. And that's how I didn't see anyone for like 2 weeks. I just drove me to school, picked me up from school, went right in my room and drew. Did homework, quote unquote, drew for hours. You learned it's probably better to fake like you're doing homework than to actually do it. Yeah, it's better to just like not think that you have outsmarted your parents when there's always more that can be taken away. Okay. Next category. You ready for this one?
Okay. Born ready.
Going to be, I'm going to pick it and I'm going to say hidden category, which is called personal and chat 1 through 16 and Rex 1 through 16.
11. Oh, I'm feeling 11.
11 so and right 13. 11 minus 13 is 2. And number 2 is, this one will be a good one. This will be a great one, especially for this month. Biggest fear. What is it? Keep in mind, if you don't want to answer this question, some people might be a little too personal. You could always just lie to me and I will never know until I find out. And then I call you out on Twitter and then I put all my social medias on that tweet because it blows up.
Yeah. My biggest fear would be lying about my biggest fear. So unless I'm not telling the truth. So then we'll never know. That's a hard question. There's not a lot because I don't. Here's some personal information for you. I don't believe in woo-woo. I don't. And that's a little insensitive to people who believe in supernatural things. That's fine if you believe in that. I am not convinced that those things exist. So I'm not afraid of ghosts. Fair. I'm not afraid of monsters.
Fair.
I'm not afraid of anything that's related to those things. So nothing supernatural. I suppose that like a fear of mine would, as cheesy as this would be like, losing someone that you love, like way before their time, right?
Yeah. No, that's an invalid fear. Try again. Imagine.
Your feelings just don't matter. Cool. I see why you got those strongly worded emails.
20 paragraph emails about how you're a piece of shit. I'm beginning to see that now.
I can't believe you talked to Careless Rex, my favorite streamer, like that. Don't you ever disrespect him again.
Never again. And I bet you even put an underscore in the overlay, you insensitive son of a bitch. Yeah. No, yeah, totally. That's like I feel like as you get older, that's kind of what happens is like the unknown becomes less scary and all of a sudden like the more common things, and then like I use that word hesitantly because like there's certainly someone dying is common. People die every day, but like there's nothing common as your personal experience that if it's someone you love or it's they're taken before their time or things like that, for sure. I think like a prime example of that is like for me personally, I don't believe, I'm like pretty agnostic with the supernatural. I don't believe it. I don't not believe it, but I find comfort in the fact that like there's so many stories about it, because that means there's something after this, versus like my actual fear right now is like someone taking my daughter away from me. That's like an actual fear.
I'm not a father.
Yeah.
But I can very slightly imagine. I can exercise just a modicum of empathy, and I can say that would be absolutely horrifying. I cannot imagine what that would like as a father where you're really feeling that, like that. That would be terrible. Terrible.
There's it changes how you watch media too, which is very interesting. It's the same thing that happened when I got a dog. It's the same exact thing. Actually, the same exact thing that happened when I lost my first dog as a kid.
You think that your dog and your daughter are pretty much the same.
Just the same level.
Right,
just like
just the same,
boom. Like not one over the other. But like
if you're hanging off a cliff and you've got one in each hand, you can only save one. Which one do you save?
That's a real Sophie's choice right there, if you know what I'm saying.
Yeah, we're talking the good son right there. Just what? Sorry, sweetheart, but the dogs never talk back to me, so
I don't need to change any diapers with the dog. So
he poops outside. Yeah, so
real head scratcher this one. No, there's like the way you watch media, the way it affects you, it all depends on your life experiences, right? So like before, like my first dog died when I was going into college, I think it was, and I watched like a movie where a dog like got hurt, and all of a sudden I was just like, no. And my roommate was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You've never, like, we've watched so much shit where like the dog like gets hurt or dies or something terrible happens, and you're just like sitting there like just stone faced, just like you don't even care. And now like you're almost in tears, and I was like, I don't know what's happening to me.
Yeah.
And like
before I had a dog, I thought Marley and Me was a comedy.
Oh my
but I mean, I had a dog, and I was like, "Oh my god,
it had
this
Owen
changes
Wilson.
everything."
It had Owen Wilson.
Wow.
And it had Jennifer Aniston. I mean, come on, it's a comedic duo right there.
Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, you'd think. Oh, wow.
Wow.
Something non-spoilerly happens to this dog. Wow.
I feel like if there's a movie or television show where the dog is on the poster and it's very cute and happy, nothing good is going to happen to that dog. Especially if it's a rascally
don't even
puppy.
risk it.
Yeah, don't even watch it.
Yeah.
Don't even watch it. Or if someone says to you, I'm not going to spoil it, but it's so sad at the end. It's like, what the?
It's like, why do people feel the need to tell you essentially like how it ends without saying how that's like those stupid TikToks where like, tell me you're a piece of shit without telling me you're a piece of shit. It's like that level of what? Yeah. I don't want to. I'm not going to spoil anything, but the ending has a really big twist where the main character learns something amazing about themselves, and that thing that they learn is that their pulse is not as active as it once was. But I'm not going to tell you.
I'm not going to give away the ending to this, but you would think that Bruce Willis. I can't even say it anymore.
You can go deep throat a cactus. That's what you can do.
You would make some assumptions about Bruce Willis, but you would be dead wrong. It's like, God damn it. God damn it.
You see what I did there? Because he's actually dead in the movie. I didn't spoil it.
I didn't spoil it. You just figured it out because then you're just like, I'm never talking to you again.
I guess I shouldn't have friends that have 1,000 IQ points.
I guess. And then you just look at it and just go, I'm going to do my homework, Mom. I'd rather do my homework than continue this.
I do not want to be in this conversation anymore.
Goodbye.
I will thank you to stop talking to me.
No, man.
Good day.
All right. Let's move on to the Would You Rather question generator. I have generated 5 questions.
Yes.
So chat is going to pick 1 through 5. And then you're going to pick 1 through 5 for the next set. So chat 1 through 5, go. Oh, the fate of Rex lies in your hand.
I have to pick 1 through 5 right now.
Well, chat does first. Don't just let chat go. 7. Zach says 7. Danger says 5. Zach is banned now forever from here.
I
Number
can't even follow as directions SMH.
I can't
I'm
even
banning them in my chat too.
can't even clever that into like an actual number. Number 5. Would you rather lose your sense of smell or your ability to taste?
They're like, they're intrinsically.
I know.
Okay, well, if it's either or, right? Now, I have heard that if you lose your sense of smell, that also affects your taste. Like they might be connected in that way. Assuming that that's not the case, that you get to pick to have one or the other, I'm losing my sense of smell. Look, I don't need to smell things that are good just as much as I don't need to smell things that are bad. I already have a pretty piss poor sense of smell, and I'm getting along just fine. But I like me some ice cream.
That's true. Yeah, I was thinking of leaning towards keeping smell because you wake up in the morning, maybe someone's making you some cinnamon buns. It's a good smell to wake up to. But I wasn't counting on the bad smells because you lose the bad smells with that too. So I think I would just.
Well, there's also something to be said about. If you can smell it, then because they're so close, you sort of get the idea of what it would taste like.
Yeah, that's true.
But then you don't have to worry about eating things that are not healthy for you because you're like, well, I can't taste the difference between this carrot that's high in vitamins and this Cinnabon. So I'm just going to eat the carrot.
That is true, too.
Right?
I thought you were going to say... I thought you were going to try to work in whoever smelt it, dealt it, and I was bracing myself for that joke, but it just never happened.
Oh, did you have your hand hovering over the laugh track?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
You're like, he's going to say it, and
I
I'm
know
going to make him feel like
it.
such a small person in just a few moments. Here it comes
the fun joke, and then nothing. I was like, slowly move the hand back. Slowly.
Yep, you're going to have to wait pretty early in the morning to get one over on old Careless Rex, let me tell you.
I still think that you've won me over with the bad smells. Like you could just fart all day and never smell it.
Yep. And you could work in a sewer. You wouldn't have to worry about it.
Oh, man, you could.
Times get tough.
You could be a janitor and not have to worry about puking when you clean up puke.
Yep.
From the smell.
Yeah, because there's a lot of bad smells out there.
There are.
Including me. So it's like if I don't have to smell myself, that's wonderful.
It's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Actually, I don't even think you can really smell yourself unless you're smelling that bad. Isn't that a thing?
Yeah,
Isn't that a thing?
Don't typically.
Yeah. Well, anyways.
I think it's probably the case that you're so used to your own smell because I feel like we all have our own unique smell to some degree, right?
do,
That's why dogs smell to identify people and other dogs. And like, if you're with somebody, now this isn't like not showering smell, but it's like a natural smell that people give off. And then you can typically smell it on like clothes that they've worn that day or something.
Yep.
And so there is some like, so you're probably just like, well, this smells like nothing because this is the only thing I've ever smelled for my entire life because I'm just right there. Like my upper lip has been under my nose for 33 years now. Like it's a long time that it's been there. You're probably just used to it.
I suddenly got very self-conscious of what my upper lip smells like.
Well, you look like an idiot when you try to smell it. Not you, like specifically.
No, I know I do.
You.
That might be the thumbnail.
We all do.
We all do.
Right?
And I guarantee you, everyone's smelling their upper lips right now.
Yeah, everybody's doing that right now.
Exactly.
If you at home,
especially you, Zach,
went like this, then we know we can see you.
Yes.
And it was embarrassing.
How embarrassing for you, alone. I'm power washing, Zach says. Sure. All right, 1 through 5, go.
4.
4.
It's my favorite number.
Really? My favorite number is number 2. Interesting. Would you rather?
Twice as good.
Oh, wow. You went there.
Never
See
being
if you come
invited to
back
this
for
again.
season 2. Number 4. Would you rather spend a year on an island with someone who never stopped talking or a year on an island completely alone?
Oh my God, both. Why wouldn't you want to do both? I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do both. Alone. I would be alone because I'm alone a lot. Maybe I say that too quickly because we're so connected. Like, it's easy to just hop on and talk to a friend. Like, oh hey, type. But for the most part, like, I live in my room. I work in my room. I eat in my room. Like, I do everything by myself. And so I feel like I'd be perfectly okay alone for a year, because you're only talking a year. You're like, there's a light at the end of this tunnel. We're not talking forever. If we were talking forever, I'd probably take the talking person, just because if I got tired of it, I could just kill him, and then there's food. So
no consequences.
Yeah, I mean, we're talking, because it's forever. I'm stuck forever. It's not I'm going to be tried before a jury of my peers. I'm going to be fine. So I can have the best of both worlds. We'll try this for a year. If you get on my nerves, then you're going to be dinner for a couple nights.
But I think that argument works either way, right? Like, just because you're stuck on the island with them doesn't mean like you have to hear them all the time. Like, you can walk away as well.
Yeah,
take a break.
You could. I mean, but
yeah.
I suppose you could. Yeah, you can make a hammock and be like, "This is my safe zone. This is my fortress of solitude."
Yep.
If you come within earshot of me, and I know you're talking over me right now because you just talk nonstop, I know you're listening to me, and if I can hear you, I will end your life. So I'm gonna go take a nap, and you're gonna stay right here and not cross this line in the sand. Do we understand each other? That's.
Do you think though that I think in either case it could end with you going crazy in either case towards the end more specifically, but I'm wondering if the incessant talking just turns into like if you work at a mall or like a retail store and they play the Christmas songs all season long and you just tune it out after a while and all of a sudden it's just there and it doesn't bother you anymore, you know? Like you hit that like state of nirvana almost.
Yeah, but then you get the person who's like, are you listening to me? Oh. And you're like, yeah, I heard you. And like, what did I say? You're not my dad. Shut up.
Oh,
I don't need this in my life right now, okay?
I'm great at those. I'm so great at those. All you have to keep in your memory is the past 3 words, and then you're golden. You're golden.
Yeah, you were talking about your mom.
Yeah.
Okay, so anyway, my mom, and you're like, yeah, and
then just
continues to read your book,
and then the talking just turns into
wah 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 wah. It turns into Charlie Brown's teacher. Wah 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 wah.
Exactly. After all of that discussion, I would land on I think the same side as you, where I'd rather there is an end. There is a light at the end of the tunnel. A year alone is not all that bad, I don't think. Especially like I'm up here too. Like, granted, like I have a family, I have dogs and all that, and I got wife and kid, but like I know I've just got life figured out. Got it by the balls right now, It's just but I spend from 8 a.m. up until 4 or 5 p.m. basically alone, Monday through Friday. And like, I'm on Twitch and stuff like that. I'm talking to people, but like mostly I'm just kind of lurking and working. And like, I feel like I could probably do that all day, especially if you start to get depressed and you start to sleep throughout most of the day. Then easy mode.
Oh, then that year's gone in like a snap. Yeah, you're sleeping 14 hours a day. I guess I'll drink some coconut milk and go back to bed.
Yeah, that's what you do. Maybe you toss the old coconut into the ocean a couple times, bring it back. Maybe, like cut your hand on something accidentally, slap a handprint on it. All of a sudden it's a person.
Stab a crab, cook it up.
Easy.
Eat it.
Perform dental surgery on yourself
I was about to go there for that. Maybe just try to make a raft and escape and get rescued by a cruise ship. Yeah, the possibilities are endless.
And you'll never know what was in that package that you saved for your own sanity. Ever.
That's true. You'll never know. But isn't that mystery
life?
Part of the fun?
Isn't that just life right there in a nutshell?
It's a lesson in life. You don't always get what you want, chat. Okay.
Yeah. Sometimes the package just needs to get delivered, even though I'm sure it was filled with power bars and lighters and you know, things don't help you survive. Okay, time for 170 hypothetical questions. We're not going to go through all of them. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to start with you this time. 1 through 170. Which question would you like to answer?
44.
44. I was actually hovering over 43. Interesting. If you could create any one reality TV show and it was guaranteed to air, what show would you want to put on TV? So make your own reality TV show and it's guaranteed to go on the air.
Okay. It's, you know, whatever I make up is going to have already been done, or guarantee you they'll end up doing it because there's no idea too stupid. Okay, it could be, here we go. It's a reality show. I'm just going to make this up off the spot. Okay, we're going to workshop this.
All right, let's go. I'm looking forward to this.
Okay, so it's going to be a reality show, but it's only going to be Trump supporters. That's the first rule.
Okay.
And it's going to be, so it's going to be a dating, right? It's going to be like they're all stuck in a room.
Oh God.
And they have to find romance by the end of the season. Okay, so they each have to find their significant other, and whomever they end up with at the end of the season is who they're going to marry. So there's going to be a lot of back and forth. There's going to be a lot of getting together and breaking up. There's going to be a lot, and if they aren't, then there's going to be some sort of consequence that would make them want to actually do it. Right. So, they're all Trump supporters, and it's all 100% gay. So they have to be. It's to represent our homosexual brothers and sisters, and
sure.
So that's my pitch.
Okay. So I don't think there would ever be an end to it because I feel like they would never maybe admit this.
They're all so very obviously gay, but they don't want to admit it because of their political affiliation, and because we're talking like all the way to the like unrescuable end of that political spectrum. We're not talking about people who are just probably reasonable and you can have a conversation with them. They're not like trying to ruin. You know what I mean? We're talking about like way out there, and they're like they have shrines to this man in their house, like that level, and they're all like super closeted, and they refuse.
Their mantra is "but her emails." That's their mantra.
Yes. Exactly. And so they have to find love. They're tasked with, and they're like, what? I can't do that. That's so gross. It'd be funny though if we all kind of just took our shirt off, and what if we went skinny dipping, you know? It'd be funny if we just touched poles for it. Just wouldn't that be funny if we did that? It'd be funny if we did that.
They actually, it might end sooner than we're both thinking, because they would justify it, their own bigotry, and not hating themselves by saying, well, it's for the money, so we could be billionaires or millionaires. But then they get hit with all the taxes and
feelings.
Stuff. They catch feelings. I was gonna say they lose most of the money, and they're sitting there with like $20 each.
Taxes.
Oh
my God. You would introduce taxes into my hypothetical reality show.
Well, it's because or even better yet, they never get the payout because it's Trump running it, and we all know that he doesn't he doesn't do right on it. He doesn't pay anyone.
Oh man, I didn't even think about him doing it.
Oh man, he's the secret benefactor. They have like that up in like the corner, like this secret benefactor will give you $1 trillion.
He's the guy. He's the dealer, no deal shadow. Oh my God, that's so great.
His silhouette is so obvious, everyone knows it's him. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love that. Okay.
Well, there we go.
I would watch that. Absolutely. I don't watch reality shows except for MasterChef.
Me neither.
I would watch that. But MasterChef, I just like Gordon Ramsay. He's just fun. Yeah. He's just fun to watch. He's very colorful and he's not angry all the time. I was shocked when I was watching it. and he gets that rap,
Yeah.
right? Because of Hell's Kitchen and Kitchen Nightmares, where he's always screaming at people. So,
And to be fair, some of those things they need to be screamed at.
Oh, yeah,
There's some
absolutely.
like atrocious things. So I get why I understand why, because that's a selling point. Like his over the top anger at these things, at people doing things incompetently. It's almost cathartic, because if you don't find catharsis in that, then you are the asshole that's making things harder for people around you. Like there's so many people out there that are so just intolerable, and the general public is horrible to deal with. If anybody that's worked in retail, anybody that's worked in the food industry, anybody that's worked where they have to interact with the general public knows that they are the dumbest people in the history of this universe. And
yeah.
He's watching somebody scream at somebody else who's incompetent, and then that incompetent person later, like, actually showing some signs of success and stuff and reforming, and you're like, oh my God, yeah, look, they made a
There
thing. I'm
is
so
hope.
happy they made the thing. Yeah, there's hope for humanity. So I get the appeal for sure, but
Yeah. No, it was the Venn diagram of shows that my wife and I can watch together was a lot smaller than we both initially thought. We've watched everything, basically.
no.
We've watched everything. So
how you guys make it work?
oh man, this is my favorite thing now.
Yep.
The absolute sexiest thing my wife can tell me at night is, I'm gonna go watch my shows. You do whatever you want. And I march my butt right up here, sit in this chair, or I go on the futon and I just watch whatever the hell I want. It is the best in the world. I can watch it as quickly or as slowly as I want. I can pause it multiple times. It doesn't matter. It's just freedom.
It's just you, yeah.
It's just me. But you do miss like that, like watching it with someone. So we do have like a couple of shows. Like we're rewatching The OC for like the 4th time right now, because she's listening to some podcast that has some of the cast members on it. But she was pregnant and we needed a show. So we were just like, I was in a Gordon Ramsay kick, and she's like, oh, do you want to try MasterChef? And I was like, yeah, let's do it. And we watched like 6 or 7 seasons before I was like, I'm tapping out.
Wow.
I'm done. I can't. No more.
Dang.
My favorite judge is gone for a couple seasons. Just let me know when he comes back and I'll join back in.
No more jung whenever they can't
no
find
more,
the ingredient.
Oh man, it was Joe Bastianich was is still my favorite judge, because in the beginning seasons he was so brutal. You thought Gordon was like got angry at people. He would take their dish that they spent an hour slaving over and like suffering and having panic attacks about. He would eat it, and if it wasn't to his liking, he would throw it right in the garbage right in front of them. And not just like a casual toss. I'm talking like a full spike into the trash bin, shattering the plate. It's just like, what the hell, man?
God.
It's so funny. And
Jeez.
they would argue with him too, and he's just like, I'm like the #1 restaurateur right now in the world. What are you talking about? And same thing, people argue with Gordon. What are you talking about right now, you donut? What are you saying to me? It's so good. I love it.
Man, I really, because I am just an atrocious cook. And I think it would be so much fun to sneak my way in one of those shows and just have the time of my life being like, I boiled you an egg, chef. I sprinkled sprinkled the sauce on some salt on it, and I did the thing where it touches my elbow first. You remember that meme, Gordon?
Yeah.
You remember that one?
Remember that? Remember
Chef?
Salt Bay, Gordon? I did that for you. For you.
I did that. I chopped it in half, and I didn't even make a deviled egg out of it, but I chopped it in half and I put a spinach leaf there. Tell me what you think.
Oh man. Well, the thing is too, like, what I've learned after watching Gordon for less than a year, I'll add to, I haven't been watching Gordon stuff for super long, is he's fair. So if you just like admit you're wrong, he's like, great, you're wrong. You know why you're wrong? Here's where you did well on this dish. If you walk in
he'll teach you how to do better.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. Because he knows like you learned the lesson, and that's like, I think that's what he cares more about. If you walk in being like, this is the best dish you ever had, I gave you boiled eggs 5 ways, he'll just look at you and be like,
Boiled egg
what?
5 ways.
5
boiled
ways.
I boiled one in salt water. I boiled another in garlic salt water, and then I boiled one in regular water. Then I boiled one in Kool-Aid, strawberry, and then one in Coke Zero.
That sounds terrible. Those last two. Oh man.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well.
Amazing. All right, chat 1 through 170, and then we'll move on to the forum, and then we're kicking Rex out of here. So enjoy these last couple when we got
Get
them.
out of here, me.
Get out of here, you. You with your jokes.
You gotta go get scared.
169 from Zach. Classic.
Oh, Mayo.
Oh, good one. Good one. Here we go. You can choose anyone in the world to become friends with. Who would you choose?
Well, see, it's kind of hard because I would have chosen Booster Greg, but I think maybe I'm already.
That's the right answer, by the way. I didn't want to sway you, let you know there was a right answer, but that was it. So
I'm vying to be invited back.
After that horrible showing a couple questions back.
Yeah. So if I'm going to answer this question honestly,
yeah.
There is somebody recently that I've watched a handful of videos of theirs on YouTube, and there's one guy named that goes by Rationality Rules, and there's another guy his name's Alex O'Connor and goes by Cosmic Skeptic. And I just find them both very intelligent, very they have a lot of, because they're like students of, I don't know, they're just really smart people, and I appreciate their nuanced opinions on a number of like various important topics. And it would be nice to have a friend that I could go to and have conversations like that with. Like, hey, yeah, I'm struggling with the concept of morality. How do we know what's right and what's wrong, and what should we do, and can we have a nuanced conversation about that? I think that'd be a fun friend to have.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I choose one of them. Either one's fine. Probably Cosmic Skeptic more. It's not like I'm gonna make the other one mad. They don't know who I am. I have a parasocial relationship with them.
I'm sending this directly to them afterwards. So
At Cosmic Skeptic. It has come to my attention.
There's certain opinions. If you scroll to about 1 hour and 13 minutes in, you will notice that this happened.
How does that make you feel?
And please spare no expense or words, and we'll get it to the appropriate parties. Love, Greg. I love signing all my fictional letters with love at the end of it. I don't know why.
I sign all my fictional letters XOXO Gossip Girl. That's what I sign mine as.
When you write them, is it Kristen Bell's voice that you hear in your head?
Yes. I'm typically saying them out loud to somebody who is not writing it down for me. But
yes,
that's the vibe. XOXO Gossip Girl. Yeah, dear Booster Greg, where do you get off? XOXO Gossip Girl. That's the format. That's how it works.
It's classic. I tried watching Gossip Girl. I'm like, my guilty pleasure are angsty teen dramas. I couldn't do Gossip Girl. Couldn't do it. I usually find the gems in them.
No idea about, like, I know it's a show.
Yeah.
You said some actress's name, and I just assumed that was the person that said it. I didn't even know that. I just know XOXO Gossip Girl.
That's all I know the ending because my wife watched it and she told me, and I was like, who is Gossip Girl? And she told me, and I was like, that's disappointing. But the whole thing is that Kristen Bell is like reading the things that she's writing, and it's the whole thing that you don't need to watch because I don't think it's particularly great. And I've watched the entirety of the OC 3.5 times.
Oh, it's got that guy that's got a natural, duck face mouth. Like his resting face is the I'm so sexy.
Yeah.
I think he's that guy.
He's that guy.
I do remember this. I've seen a few episodes, I think, in passing, but
Yeah.
right.
I
Well,
tried.
there you go.
I watched one. I don't think I made it through one. And I was like, oh man. But-
XOXO Gossip Girl? Pff, more
So-
like XOXO
Boring-
Girl.
boring girl. Some of the shows though, they get like weird casting decisions. So the example I love to use, if I ever meet Nolan North, I'm using this as a story. This is like my intro story to him. By the way, I would love to be friends with Nolan North or Troy Baker. I think they're both wonderful individuals. Nolan North was I played a father in a show called, I think it was Pretty Little Liars, that my wife was obsessed with. And
I remember that name.
yeah, it was like this big thing, and it was like, I think it was like a murder mystery or something. I don't know. I never watched it. I never could get into it. But
He's not pretty or little.
not Pretty or Little. I think they're all liars. Maybe he's the liar. I don't remember. Anyways,
Who knows?
I was making dinner for us, and by making dinner at that point in my life, making dinner was frozen chicken nuggets and French fries. But I was damn good at
Dad of
making
the
that.
year.
Yep. Gordon Ramsay would be proud.
It's frozen.
All of a sudden I hear Nathan Drake coming out of the TV room, and I was like, my wife doesn't play video games.
Nathan Drake. Oh my god.
She
That's
doesn't
hilarious.
play Uncharted. What is this? So I go in.
We don't have a PlayStation 4.
What is going on right now? So I walk in the living room, and I'm just kind of watching the TV, and I'm like, where did, and she's like, oh, you gonna watch with me? I was like, no. So I leave, and then I hear the voice again, and I was just like,
Nuh-uh.
I was like, she doesn't like Deadpool from Marvel vs. Capcom 3. And I go back in, I catch him, and he's right there just acting as someone's father. And I was like, I looked at her, I go, is that Nolan North? And she goes, how do you know Nolan North? And I was like, how do you know Nolan North? He's more in my wheelhouse than he is in yours.
Nolan North is mine, and you stay away from
You
him.
can't have him. You stay away. But like they do things like they'll get like a voice actor or someone who's predominantly known as a voice actor and cast him in a live action role because it works for him, right? Because he wants kind of that like exposure. He wants to be known that he can actually act, and not just outside of the show Haven, where he was in an episode with I can't remember her name right now, but the star of that show was his love interest in Uncharted, and he was just on there as like a gimmick, which was a great gimmick, by the way.
Nice.
But yeah.
Gimmicks.
I watched that whole like 2.5, 3 seasons just for that gimmick, and then I stopped. It was just like, okay, we're good. All right, now we have the Phone-a-Friend forum. Enough stalling. We have 3 questions from Zach, so you know what kind of caliber questions they're gonna be right away.
The highest 10 out of 10 questions.
We-
AMA.
we
Careless
already
Rex
know.
AMA, let's go.
We already know one of the answers. Do you have a YouTube channel?
I do. What a great question.
Whoa!
I make videos on youtube.com/carelessrex. You could go, I actually have the URL, Careless Rex.
Whoa!
Let me actually double check.
Careless_Rex, right?
Yeah. Nope, just Careless Rex on YouTube. But here's the thing. Now, here's something you may not know about me. I also stream on Twitch. There's an underscore between the Careless and the Rex. Careless underscore Rex. Twitch.tv/Careless_. You can follow me on either of those two the platforms, and you will not be disappointed. I guarantee you, I make the best content in this room. Hands down, bar none.
Second question.
Yep.
Zach wants to know, how are you so amazing all the time?
It's a combination of faking it until you make it and lots of vitamin B.
And a slight lack of smell or taste.
Yeah,
Yeah. Just a slight.
those 3 things. Just be mildly bad at smelling things. Boom, you're
Boom.
in there.
Done. Oh, this one. I didn't know this was a thing. How did you learn to make chatbots? Did you make chatbots, or is Zach being Zach right now?
Okay, so this is a long story. I have no idea how to make a chatbot. Never have.
Okay.
I'm sorry that took so long.
The
but
end.
we had to get the exposition out there.
Oh, phew. Thank God. Thank God we got that out of the
Now,
way.
I have utilized a number of chatbots in order to do weird things like, I don't know, explode every time I say the word on Minecraft, right? Because I do creative things. So, or I set up a bot to where chat actually directly controlled the game. So if they typed go, the character on the screen would go, and I tried to see if they could get from point A to point B without fucking it up. And I gotta say, they almost didn't make it. It was surprising. It should have been a little more coordinated. Yeah, so I mean, if he's not memeing, he maybe got that.
That's what it sounds like based on
impression
chat.
from those things.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, that's it. That's the segment. That's everything. Shut yourself out again one last time before I kick you off rudely.
All right, sounds good. Name's Careless Rex. YouTube.com/Careless Rex. I guarantee you will not be disappointed.
Guaranteed, or your money back because it's free.
Yeah, go give me a sub over there. Really trying to get that popping. And yeah, let me follow me on Twitch. If you want to follow me on Twitter, that's Careless Rex too. I don't tweet as often, but you know, I'm also on Reddit, believe it or not. So I typically post a few things on Reddit, like if I find obscure games and stuff. So if that's your jam, if you like creepy, weird, obscure games, or if you like Minecraft, some other lighthearted stuff, I do that as well. You're more than welcome to stop on by, join the community. And by we, I mean I, would love to have you. But the rest of us here at Careless_Rex Incorporated would also love to have you.
I found that I've started referring to myself as we in like random situations, and I feel like Venom kind of. And I'm like, what? Why am I a we all of a sudden? What is going on here?
I'm royalty now.
I'm royalty now. All right, Rex, thanks so much for hanging out. I know it went a little longer, but I appreciate you taking the time.
Hey, I had a lot of fun. Anytime you need, anytime your main person, anytime you need a fourth or seventh choice or whatever, hey, hit me up. I'm here.
Top 15. Easy.
Yeah. You were totally hands down in the top 100, somewhere in between. Not going to tell you where, but you're up there.
My list only went up to 90, but you were number 100, just so you know.
Just so you know.
So you know.
And I'm like, I don't know how to take that. Maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. I'm going to go cry myself to sleep now.
You go under a corner now and just die slightly. Okay, bye. Yeah. All right. Well, have a good night, and we'll talk to you in season 2.
Can't wait for season 2.
Don't go anywhere. We're going to do a quick BRB. When we come back, there's going to be some visage going. Everyone give Careless Rex a follow on YouTube and everywhere else he's just said, because it's the thing. Okay.